Hello and thanks for staying with us. The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service continues to speak with members of the National Assembly on revenue generation in the Nigerian Customs Service. Also on Customs report, Customs ordered the probe of the seizure of a pistol right inside a Camry, right inside the port. Plus more report. I am Igiseme Itinye. Stay tuned. The Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service has again said that the customs will continue to block all leakages of revenue as applicable in all systems in the country. The customs boss also said that the revenue will continue to grow according to the laid down rules as approved by the management of Nigerian Customs Service. The Controller General also told National Assembly members that customs will continue to implement measures to generate revenue and block all avenue of leakages.
2019. The breakdown, of course, is as depicted on that page. The actual budgeted sum was for customs. This was 603, whereas the actual correction was 693 billion. And then, of course, excise, because of the limited number of excise companies, it was 78 billion. And then we were able to collect 92.7 billion. So the total summary, Mr. Chairman, in order not to waste time, is 1.341 trillion for the year 2019.
CG, when did you close the border? When? Which year?
We effected the closure of border in 2019.
2019.
Yeah. We have a consistent collection of revenue, but sometimes because of the percentage of payment, it goes a little bit higher. But nothing has changed from tobacco and alcoholic beverages. We are still on that up to this moment. Non-federal. We collected less. We collected less revenue. So that's the simple analysis. That it is a spillover of the import. The most import requisition are always made in advance, and of course, once they open the reduction in terms of lockdown came over, a lot of people were in rush to bring in their goods and be able to exploit the market space. And therefore, we experienced the backlog of the 2019 plus the 2020. And that's amounted to why we realized this much of revenue. We are sincere to ourselves. I think this government, when it came to power, one of its cardinal objectives is to fight corruption, because it has become endemic in our system. It's not only custom, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. So we in the custom, we realize that. And that's why I had earlier said that we are leveraging on technology to be able to separate the contact, the usual contact between person to person. Because when you separate that, then chances of compromise is reduced to the nearest minimum. And that's why we involve this e-custom, which is going to be an end-to-end technology. At the end of the day, honorable member, you can use your handset here, right here, to be able to do your transaction with regards to custom. You will know how much, if you import a car, and you will know how much you're supposed to pay, from the duty to levy to everything. And then you can effect your payment online, and then you now get an agent who will go and collect it. Today, what is happening is that when you get an agent, he will do the calculation for you and give you the correct remuneration, figure. But when you give him the money, because they are clever enough to say, pay the money into my own account. It is me who will now pay to customs. And once you do that, he goes and changes the papers. He changes the papers and gives you and said, if your car is 2021 or 2020, he reduces it to 2017. And then, of course, they compromise with some bad elements within the custom and clear those cars on those bases. And then they exit it. And that's why sometimes people get embarrassed when you are stopped on the highway by federal operations and you are asked to produce your paper. And you produce the paper. And when they now check the VIN number of the car, they will discover that the particulars of that car is for 2020, not 2017. And then you are asked to pay a GL. And then people begin to say, how can it happen? But that's exactly what is happening. That's exactly what is happening.
But so, you know that there are analytics that you can do that can
by the sum total of this is what we are, if we add all the collections, Chairman, we are expecting in 2022 1.33 trillion. That's what we are projecting.
Why? Why are you going down from 2021?
Well, we are always hopeful that things will improve. But like I said, Mr. Chairman, import is a fluctuation, it's a fluctuating process. And we do not have any constant measurement of what will happen. So we take the average of what we collected in the previous year and compute it, and then come up with a figure that is realizable. Whatever comes thereafter, it is our hope that we will surpass by far what we have collected. But we are always trying to be as realistic as we can in our proposals.
The acting Controller General of Customs in charge of headquarters in Abuja has continued to speak on customs activities as approved by the management of the Nigerian Customs Service. He speaks more on a number of issues. The acting Assistant Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service has said that his unit is always ready to implement program approved by the CG of Customs. So that the program has helped the customs to generate huge revenue for the government.
To Nigerians. For example, if you take the air wing unit of the service, we have a number of aircraft, such as helicopters, that we do aerial patrol and gather intelligence around the country. Two, the antimony laundering unit, you find members of that unit or officers of that unit deployed to all international airports and major entry and exit points. The main function of that unit is to monitor, register currencies going in and out, and render such reports on weekly basis to the office of the ACG headquarters. The printing unit, the unit is responsible for printing of all our files, documents, and any other publication of the service, such as files like this. This is equally a product of the printing unit, and with this, the service was able to save a lot of money. Imagine we are giving this thing out as contract to other printing press to print for us, we'll have to pay a lot of money. But we are doing this in-house, and it's equally assisting the service. Then the public relations unit. This unit is responsible for managing our information and other public relations issues between the service, the other medias outside. And under that unit, we have Nigerian Customs Broadcasting Network, we have a television station, we have radio station, and they are all digital. You can tune to the radio on the net. You can equally get it on FM. Then the television, you see most of our activities. This one is being coordinated by the PR unit.
You are watching the program Customs Report. The controller in charge of Federal Operations Zone B has handed over 500 cartons of unregistered products of NAFDAC as part of the ongoing effort to tackle fake products in the country. The controller noted that the zone made a total seizure of 121 billion naira in the month of August 2021. The custom boss also said that the units made 75 seizures, totally 120 million naira by the zone. The unit also made a seizure of 393,000 capsules of unregistered drugs, 604 bags of foreign rice.
This is part of the 500 cartons of pharmaceutical products that were handed over today to NAFDAC. These products are not registered, it has been confirmed, but we are giving it back to NAFDAC to ensure other control put on it to take a position on it. This is a product of interagency cooperation, as I said the other time. NAFDAC cannot be everywhere. Likewise, custom cannot be everywhere. Where NAFDAC are not there, custom, inshallah, will be there to do it for them. Where NAFDAC find a very useful information that can lead to arrest of certain things like this because of our enforcement capacity as paramilitary agencies, that information is welcome from NAFDAC, and we continue to partner and work with NAFDAC to ensure this country is rid from this illicit pharmaceutical product that can endanger the life of citizens and reduce the economic power of the country. So today, we are officially handing over these items to NAFDAC as it is, as you can see. There are various items. Some are injections, some are syringes, some are capsules, some are tablets. So this is a symbolic handing over to NAFDAC for further regulatory control. So congratulations for taking this.
122 sacks of foreign broken bones and horns, 20 units of vehicles among the other items seized with combined duty paid value of 121 million naira.
We also have 1,844 packs of foreign cigarettes. These cigarettes were dismantled for ease of carriage by the smugglers. They did not allow it to be its own original carton, maybe because it will occupy space. So they decided to dismantle it, pieces it, but still, as a result of our continuous increase in power observation, we were able to get it and got it. This 1,840 pounds of foreign cigarettes was valued at 1,000,005 naira 284 kobo. We also arrested 615 bags of foreign parboiled rice. As you all know, foreign parboiled rice has been banned from coming to Nigeria through unapproved routes, which is border station rather than the seaport. This 615 bags of foreign parboiled rice is valued at 20,884 naira 787 kobo. Naira, no kobo. Out of which 615 bags of foreign rice, they are of different kilograms. 31 bags of it is of 100 kgs. 435 bags of it is of 50 kgs. 8 bags of it is of 25 kgs. 126 bags of it is of 20 kgs. 15 bags of it is of 10 kgs. This is how it comes, because rice comes in different weight in different kilogram. Another important item we seized was 450 cartons of foreign spaghetti and macaroni, valued at 2,675,380 naira 50 kobo. We also have 285 cartons of other trade goods. These trade goods comprises of confectionaries, milk, and other goods that were imported through unapproved routes, valued at 5,694,078 naira 45 kobo. We also have 164 cartons of foreign tea leaves. These tea leaves too is considered to be food. So by the time we finish our documentation, after fulfilling all the legal requirements to seize it, we will seek the consent of Customs Headquarters to hand it over to NAFDAC for further regulatory control. These tea leaves was valued at 989,043 naira, no kobo. We also have 102 sacks of foreign broken bones and horns. I couldn't imagine the reason for importing this, for smuggling it, but we are still investigating to know whether there is a reason behind it. These items were valued at 2,882,685 naira 50 kobo.
He called on members of the public to desist from the act of smuggling, saying that smuggling does not pay, urging importers to run away from smuggling activities in the country. The Customs Area Controller in charge of Tinkan Customs Command has ordered the probe of the individuals involved in the discovery of a hand pistol found in a seized Toyota Camry car inside the port. The latest discovery of the unlawful possession of the arms by the unauthorized person is coming after a period of serious national security challenges, a development this government and authority will continue to fight against.
Records of Nigerian economy, Nigeria Customs Services, we are proud of it. Nigeria Customs Services, we are proud of it. From A to Z of Nigeria, Akia to Zamfara, stores smuggling contraband into our country, stores smuggling contraband into our nation. Also, I've been warning every day.
Controller Abdullahi Musa said that the customs will make sure that the owner of the Toyota car faces the wrath of the law. So the operatives of the customs and five-star logistic terminal stumbled on the pistol with magazine right inside the Toyota Camry, parked at the exit point at the port. He said that the DSS, police, and other security agencies were alerted and invited to the scene of the crime. He said that the said exhibit is with the Customs Enforcement Unit. He urged importers and agents to desist from the act of smuggling activities into the country.
Continue to tell them to be compliant. As long as they are compliant, the automation we have had is sufficient to handle their clearance.
He therefore warned would-be smugglers to stop bringing in consignments not approved by government as laid down rules as approved by the CG of Nigerian Customs Service. The strike force operating in the Western Zone has again smashed a syndicate that specialized in smuggling illegal items into the country through the unapproved route. We also noted that the smuggling remained dangerous to the nation's economy. He therefore urged importers to always import approved items into the country in compliance to due process requirement as approved by government. According to the customs boss, the customs will continue to fight individuals linked to smuggling activities along the nation's borderline. The strike force coordinator warned agents and importers to stop the act of smuggling in the country, so the smuggling activities remain bad to the nation's economy. He urged importers to always import approved items into the country and with the compliance with due process as approved by government.
These boys, these officers who are patriotic to this nation have contributed their own quota to the nation's development by raking into the coffers of government an amount in excess of 3 billion naira. Equally, likewise, the operation unit or the operation section of Team A equally have made monumental seizures, one of which was the one that brought the CGC down here to present the seizures to you last time. Be that as it may, this particular briefing is christened Super Bumper Harvest. Why is it so? Because we have much to show you in our attempt to showcase the irregularities in export prohibition. Let's kickstart by taking you back to the amount or number of rice that we have been able to assemble or seized within this period under review. But mind you, that the important things here is the effort, the determination of officers.
According to the customs boss, the customs will continue to fight smugglers who bring in consignment into the country without approval and through the nation's borderline.
We have beamed our searchlight on export prohibitions and the infractions thereof. Here behind me, we have 1 by 40 feet container. What is inside? It is donkey skin, hide and skin of donkey. The wildlife has to be protected. The way we equally did out of pangolin and ivory. Here we have over 6,000 pieces of donkey skin that was ready for export. That will tell you the amount of donkey that have been killed in this country. Ecological issues, even the economic importance of donkey cannot be overemphasized. We know from beginning that in our villages, our farmers, traders use donkey as means of transport. So if we allow this thing to continue, we will wake up one day, all these endangered species will disappear. So it is our own part of our responsibility as a service to ensure that we protect endangered species. That is why we went all out, we deploy our intelligence to get this, so that those behind this, the saboteurs, will have a date with the law. This is one. We have 2 by 40 of donkey skin. The other one is there, that side.
The customs boss also noted that the Nigerian Customs Service will continue to fight against smugglers across the nation's seaports. Just before the end of this week's edition of the program Customs Report, we brought you a report where seizures worth millions of naira was impounded by the strike force operating in the western part of the country. For me, Egeseme Edinye, thanks for watching.